Have you ever looked around and thought, why does it feel harder to move these days? Maybe getting out of your favorite chair takes a bit more effort. Or walking from the living room to the kitchen feels just a little slower than before. It sneaks up on you, doesn't it? One day, you're active and independent, and the next, you start worrying about needing help just to get around. Now, here's the part that might surprise you. Many of the people who were once in that same boat, feeling stiff, weak, even scared of falling, are now walking confidently, without a cane, without a walker, and without fear. And it's all thanks to something simple they started doing every single day. That's exactly what we're talking about today. You see, doctors across the country are amazed. These weren't marathon runners or gym fanatics. These were everyday seniors, just like you, who made one small shift in their daily routine, and suddenly, they were moving like they were 20 years younger. And no, it wasn't expensive supplements or hours of exercise. It's something that doesn't even take more than 15 minutes a day. But when done consistently, it sends a message to your muscles, your joints, and even your brain: we're not done yet. Because here's the truth, your muscles don't just vanish after 60. They respond to what you do every day. Just like watering a plant, just like feeding your body, your muscles respond to activity. And when you stop moving, they stop responding. But when you start again, something magical happens. Let me tell you a story. A gentleman named Carl, 76 years old, retired bus driver, came to a senior group meeting I was part of. He used to need a cane just to make it from his front porch to his mailbox. Now, he walks laps around his block. No cane. No pain. When people asked what changed, he just smiled and said, "I walk with intention every morning. That's all. Just like you brush your teeth, I move my legs, on purpose. That's it. Walking with intention. Not just meandering. Not dragging your feet. But standing tall, swinging your arms gently, and telling your body, we're still in this." It sends oxygen to your brain. It wakes up your joints. And most importantly, it keeps your muscles active. And here's the beauty, you don't have to walk miles. Just 10 to 15 minutes. In your home, in your garden, even down the hallway and back. You don't need fancy shoes or a gym membership. You just need consistency. Now, let's talk about the second piece of this puzzle. Because walking is great, but pairing it with a daily muscle activation practice? That's where the real magic begins. Think of it like this: walking is the spark, but light strength movements are the firewood. Together, they light you up. What do I mean by muscle activation? It's simple. Just getting your body to engage the muscles you haven't used in a while. That could be standing up from a chair without using your hands. Or holding onto the kitchen counter and lifting your heels off the ground 10 times slowly. These tiny movements remind your legs, your back, even your core, hey, we still need you. It's not about becoming a bodybuilder. It's about being able to get out of bed, dress yourself, and feel confident walking without help. And science backs it up. Multiple studies show that short bursts of intentional movement in older adults not only increase muscle mass, but reduce the risk of falls, fractures, and even cognitive decline. Why? Because when your body is engaged, your brain follows. Movement stimulates blood flow. Blood flow feeds the brain. The more you move, the sharper you stay. Let's be honest, aging isn't easy. But it also doesn't mean you have to give up your independence. The world may try to tell you that slowing down is normal, that using a walker is just a natural next step. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be. You still have strength in you. And if you give your body even just a little attention each day, it'll surprise you with how much it gives back. So, if you've been feeling stiff lately, if you're worried about your balance, or if you've noticed yourself leaning on furniture more than usual, take a deep breath. You're not alone. And more importantly, you're not out of options. You have more control over your strength and mobility than you think. And it starts with one daily decision. A walk. A chair stand. A deep breath. A stretch. Small things with big rewards. Let's talk more about how you can put this into practice, because once you understand the second part of this daily routine, you'll see why seniors across the world are ditching walkers and standing tall again. Now that we've talked about the power of walking with intention and waking up those sleeping muscles, let's dive into what gives this daily habit its real staying power, something I like to call the support beneath the surface. You see, the older we get, the more we tend to focus on the big things: legs, arms, maybe our back if it's bothering us. But there's one area most people forget, and it plays a major role in how steady, strong, and independent we stay: the core. Now I'm not talking about six-pack abs or doing crunches on the floor. I'm talking about the deep core muscles, the ones that hold your posture upright, keep your balance steady, and make getting out of a chair or reaching for something overhead feel safe and smooth. When these muscles are weak, your whole body has to work harder, and that's when people start to feel like they need a cane or a walker. Not because they're too old, but because their core hasn't been turned on in years. The good news? You can wake it up again, and you don't even need to lie down or go to the gym. Let me give you a simple example. Every morning, before Carl goes on his walk, he stands at his kitchen counter and gently pulls his belly button in toward his spine. Just a little. He holds it there for 10 seconds while he stands tall, then relaxes. He repeats it a few times while he makes his tea. That's it. No crunches. No strain. Just quietly telling his core, wake up. We're about to move. And over time, that one small action made a massive difference in his balance. He told me, my wife used to panic every time I stepped off a curb. Now, I step with confidence. It's the small daily moves like that, barely noticeable, but deeply powerful, that rebuild stability from the inside out. Now, let's add in another often overlooked secret: the feet. That's right. Most people don't realize that the feet are your foundation. If they're stiff or weak, your entire balance suffers. But if they're strong and flexible, you feel more grounded, literally. One of the simplest ways to activate the feet is by practicing toe lifts or heel rocks. You don't even need to leave your chair. Just sit up tall, place your feet flat on the ground, and slowly lift your toes while keeping your heels down. Then reverse, lift your heels, keeping your toes down. Do this while watching TV or drinking your coffee. It helps improve circulation, strengthens the little stabilizing muscles, and gets the nerves in your feet firing again. Why does this matter? Because falls don't just happen when you trip. They happen when your feet can't adjust fast enough. They happen when you lose that natural connection with the ground. But when you start training your feet, gently, consistently, you build that connection back. And just like that, we've now built a daily routine that includes walking with purpose, activating the core, and tuning into your feet. That's the trio that gets people moving again without fear. And trust me, once that confidence returns, it's like a weight gets lifted. You start saying yes more. Yes to visiting the park. Yes to dinner with friends. Yes to taking that trip you've been thinking about. Because independence isn't just about the body. It's about how your body makes you feel. And when your body feels strong, your spirit follows. I've seen it again and again. Seniors who once relied on walkers are now out gardening, strolling through farmers' markets, even dancing a little at family gatherings. It didn't take a miracle. It just took a daily decision to move, intentionally, gently, and consistently. But before we move on, there's one more thing I want to mention, and it's just as important as the exercises themselves, maybe even more. Mindset. Because you can have all the techniques in the world, but if you don't believe your body is still capable, you'll always hold back. And I get it. Maybe a doctor told you years ago to take it easy. Maybe someone made you feel like slowing down was inevitable. But what if I told you that belief was more dangerous than aging itself? Studies show that when older adults believe they're still capable, they recover faster, stay mobile longer, and live with more joy. But when they think it's all downhill from here, they give up without even realizing it. So here's what I want you to do. The next time you walk, even just across the room, do it with pride. Say to yourself, I'm getting stronger. When you stretch your legs or do a heel rock, think, this is me investing in my independence. Because you are. Every single move is a vote for the life you still want to live. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Your body starts to crave the movement. Your muscles remember what it's like to feel alive. And that's where the real transformation begins, not just physically, but emotionally. You begin to trust your body again. You stand taller. You look in the mirror and see someone who's not just getting older, but someone who's still writing their own story. So if you're ready to ditch the cane, walk with ease, and feel that deep sense of I've got this again, keep doing what you're doing. And when you're ready, let's take one final step together, the piece that brings it all home. The final piece of the puzzle isn't about muscle, or balance, or even posture. It's something deeper, the rhythm of your daily life. What you do consistently, not just when you're feeling inspired, is what ultimately defines your progress. That's why I want to talk about something simple, but powerful, a movement ritual. Think of it like this. Every day, we brush our teeth. Not because our teeth are dirty every moment, but because we want to prevent problems down the line. Movement, especially after 60, works the same way. The goal isn't perfection. It's rhythm. Consistency. Sending your body a clear message every day. I'm still here. I'm still in charge. Let's go. A ritual doesn't have to be long. Carl's morning walk takes just 10 minutes. Joyce, a retired nurse I met, starts her day by standing on one foot while brushing her teeth to work on balance. Another gentleman I spoke with does gentle knee lifts while waiting for his coffee to brew. They all said the same thing. It's not the size of the action that matters. It's the repetition. The commitment. The promise to yourself that you're not giving up. And here's where the real magic happens. Once this becomes routine, your body adapts in ways that might surprise you. You'll notice you're not gripping the railing as tightly when climbing stairs. You'll realize you haven't stumbled in weeks. That fear of falling? It starts to fade. Confidence rushes in to take its place. And when that confidence grows, so does your life. You start doing more of the things you love, whether that's gardening, going out for lunch with friends, walking the dog, or simply enjoying a peaceful morning stroll without worrying about your knees giving out. This isn't a fantasy. It's happening every single day. Around the world, seniors who once felt stuck or afraid are getting stronger simply because they chose to move with intention every day. Not perfectly. Not heroically. Just consistently. I want you to pause for a moment and picture that version of yourself, the one walking confidently, with strength and stability. Maybe you're outside in the sunshine. Maybe you're traveling again. Maybe you're dancing in your kitchen to your favorite old song. Now, believe me when I say, that version of you is real. It's not lost. It's not gone. It's just waiting. Waiting for you to say yes. Yes to walking again. Yes to activating your core. Yes to strengthening your feet. Yes to a small daily movement ritual that can rebuild everything from the ground up. And here's the beautiful part, it's never too late. Whether you're 65, 75, or even 90. As long as you're breathing, you're growing. As long as your heart is beating, your body wants to heal. You just have to give it the chance. If you've ever felt like your independence is slipping through your fingers, I want you to know, you can grab it back. Not with force, but with trust. Not with fear, but with focus. Just start where you are. Right now. In your living room. In your kitchen. Wherever you are as you watch this. Lift your heels. Squeeze your belly. Take a few steps with intention. Feel the strength inside you, even if it's quiet right now, it's still there. And if this video reminded you of that truth, if it lit even a small spark, then you've already taken the first step. Now I want to hear from you. In the comments, share the one simple movement you're going to add to your day. Whether it's a walk around the block, standing a little taller, or stretching before bed, tell us. This community is here to support you. We're in this together. And if you found this helpful, please give the video a thumbs up. It really helps more people see it. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another video that could help you live longer, move better, and feel more alive every single day. Remember, this isn't about age. It's about action. Your story isn't over, it's just beginning a stronger, steadier chapter. Here's to moving better, living stronger, and walking into every day, without fear, without help, and with the strength you've always had inside. Here's to you.